Hey, cruise team. Welcome back to Coach Cruise. I'm your host, Brad, and I'm not going to talk your ear off today, but I do have an update, the highlights, if you will, of John Heald this morning. He had a 30+ minute conversation, and I'm going to condense that hopefully in less than 10 minutes and give you all the highlights right after this.
I just can't get away from a good time.
So let's get right into it in order, the way John talked about it this morning. He talked about the CDC and individuals that are 50 or over being allowed to get a second booster shot. Now, what's important here to some, a lot of people, a lot of Carnival cruisers have been asking, is a booster going to be required to cruise in the US? And John answered, no, it is not required. As long as you have your regular boosters, that is going to be fine in terms of being able to board and cruise along, on Carnival. You will not need a booster. So that's the important thing there. Let's move on to number two. Number two, testing. A lot of people have been talking about when is that going to go away. Masks have been lifted or at least made optional on Carnival cruise ships, and a lot of people are saying, hey, we want to get rid of these tests. And John was pretty firm about this. He said Carnival was not going to rush into getting rid of testing. The number one responsibility, he said, of Carnival is to keep everybody safe. COVID is still an issue, and don't look for testing to go away anytime soon. Number three, Carnival is sailing with more guests than any other cruise line, and he was very proud of this, as Carnival should be. And Carnival cruisers are in love with Carnival. They're very loyal to Carnival. Myself being one of them, they are the fun ships, and we do have a lot of fun. But it does not come without some problems. And some of the problems that he mentioned is the lack of crew that they've been able to have on all of their Carnival ships, leading to delays in service on the ship. And he blamed part of this for US visas being backed up and not being able to get Carnival employees onto the ships to be able to serve the growing number of people cruising and the higher capacities along the Carnival fleet in terms of cruising lately. Especially those numbers have really been going up. They've been sending many ships, most ships out now with 90% plus capacity. So they're getting back to, near pre-COVID levels, and they're having a hard time with staffing, in part because of all the visa issues. Okay, so that's leading to some slower service, as I said. So that was an issue that he dealt with. Now, another issue that Carnival is having is the supply chain. He mentioned Captain Morgan specifically, not being able to get Captain Morgan rum on the ships for whatever reason, supply issues. I know in the cruise that I was on just last month, just going to the coffee shop, I was ordering a latte, and I'd normally get the caramel, but I wanted a white chocolate one, and they didn't have it. And they said, well, check back, and later today, we just started this cruise, so maybe we'll have it. And they didn't. And I guess there's just certain items that you're gonna have to deal with. It's all part of the supply chain issue. And yeah, so minor issues, but he did say, they might be out of your favorite beer one time. It might be a favorite liquor that might be out of another time. So it's just one of those things that we're going to have to go through for the foreseeable future. Now, the next thing, number 5, is Australia is coming back. Okay, and that is good news. He mentioned the Carnival Splendor getting ready to cruise over there, I believe, on a 23-day trip. Okay, and then they will start sailings out of Australia. So that's exciting news, and one more big step back to getting back to normal worldwide. And he did mention briefly he's going with a group on Carnival Freedom, a group that calls themselves Mango. And he's going to be doing a variety of things. So if you are one of those lucky cruisers that's going on the Carnival Freedom, please put in the comments what it's all about, what activities they have planned, because he didn't go into much depth. So that was kind of like a bonus one there, but we'll go on to number 6 because he mentioned priority boarding, which I know is very important to anybody that is platinum or diamond. You don't want to have to deal with, signing up in advance and getting all registered and everything to get on the ship early. If for those of you that don't know, if you're platinum or if you're diamond, you're one of the first to board the ships without any difficulty, and they have a separate line. And on your boarding pass, it has up in the corner priority boarding. And when pre-COVID, you would just show that pass, and you would basically get to cut to the front of the line. And so a lot of the platinum and diamond people are anxious for that to come back, which is arguably the biggest perk of being platinum and diamond. That, and I would say the laundry service is really nice too. And then finally, he tried to show everybody who was watching some of the supply chain issue problems that were a result of the 50th celebration that was supposed to be available then, but again, back to the supply chain issues, they didn't get those gifts in time for the 50th celebration, and so now they're trying to sell those gifts online in a variety of mugs and things that highlighted some of the ships that would be retired along with the 50th celebration. So if you're interested in any of those gifts, you can log on to Carnival and check those out. But I said I was going to keep it under 10 minutes, so I condensed a 30-minute news brief from John Heald into less than 7. You're welcome. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. Tonight for me might be the morning, afternoon, or maybe it's the night for you as well. But that's all I have for you today, and I look forward to speaking with you next time. Take care, cruise team.
I just can't get away from a good time.